Welcome back. I'm Francis Sirois, and here's what's happening in sports. The 10th ranked Orange faced off against number 1 seeded Virginia, a team they had lost to earlier in the year. With a victory, Syracuse would become the first 10 seed to ever reach the Final Four. But first, Jim Boeheim would have to figure out how to stop the Cavaliers and their high-powered offense. In particular, London Parentis, who knocks down this long triple for 3 of his team-leading 18. Virginia would go into the half up by 8. Second half now, and it would be the freshman Malachi Richardson who would go off. He hit this 3 in Brogdon's eye, cutting the lead to single digits. Take a look at the scoreboard. Cavs up 11. And Richardson with this filthy step back, he led all Orange players with 23. Back to the scoreboard, Orange with the chance to take the lead, and they would be Richardson taking into the teeth of the defense and getting the tough layup to go. Virginia still hasn't scored, and it'd be Richardson again getting his board and faking Brogdon out and putting the ball back into the net. The freshman, who averaged just 4 rebounds a game, grabbed his 7th on that play and extended the Orange lead to 6. Virginia with one last chance to come back, and Hall would get a good look at 3, but he would not be able to hit. The freshman Lydon would grab the rebound, and it would seal the deal. Syracuse punched their ticket to the Final Four with a 68-62 win over Virginia. The SU players said they won because of their defense. That's right, Steve. I'm standing outside the Ensley Center, where earlier today the SU athletic staff and Mike Coyle announced that Scott Schaefer would be replaced by Dino Babers. Dino Babers comes from Bowling Green, where he went 8-6 last year, including a 33-28 win last night in the Canton Bowl. Babers said that this program is a great fit for him as he's used to turning programs around, and Coyle knows that the SU football team has had its fair share of poor seasons recently and is excited for the new partnership.
Francis, how will this new coach change the team? What should SU fans expect?
Well, Syracuse is coming off a defensive-minded coach. Scott Schaefer was a defensive coordinator first, and then he implemented that system, and Syracuse had played really good defense in the past couple of years, although this year it should be a complete overhaul. Babers is an offensive-minded coach. While at Bowling Green last year, they had 4 games where they scored more than 30 points, and it should be a high-powered, fast-paced offense.
And Francis, what players in particular do you think will benefit the most from this coaching change?
Well, I look at the young mobile quarterback in Eric Dungy. Before Bowling Green, Babers coached RG3 at Baylor. I'm not going to say they have similar career paths, but he was able to work with him and create a Heisman caliber quarterback. Dungy's mobile, he's fast, he's confident, so I look to see him really improve come the following season.
I'm going to throw one more at you. Do you think this was the right move, and if so, why?
I think it was a great move. Syracuse really needed to shake things up. They have a good program, and now with Babers, they have a lot more recruiting power. He's been very good at turning programs around by bringing high-quality players into the program and really building it up and developing them through the system. Officials are expecting a sold-out crowd here at the arena, and the television broadcast will reach 110 million homes across North America. Now get this, Syracuse down 7, a minute and a half to go. Malachi wants it, Malachi gets it, and Malachi wets it from 3 to cut the lead down to 4. Next Orange possession, it would be Lydon, bang time, 2 points down now. Buzz Williams is not happy. Orange down 3, 30 seconds left. Benajay pulls up, bang, ties it up. We're going to overtime in the Carrier Dome. In extras, it would be all Orange as Benajay hits a tough 2. He led all Syracuse players with 17 and gave the Orange their first lead of the night. Now, how do you stop this? Trevor Cooney comes off the screen and buries a long 3. The dome was rocking, the Cooney was fired up, and after a big defensive stand, it would be Malachi Richardson, the freshman, who puts this game to bed, as Syracuse would survive past Virginia Tech 68-60 in overtime. Over to the women's side, the 23rd ranked Orange went on the road to square off against the Pittsburgh Panthers. Syracuse down late in the second half when Brittany Sykes would drive hard on the baseline and get the reverse to go, tying the game up at 32. Syracuse won the press on the inbounds, and it would pay off. Brianna Butler would take the steal and finish the scoop layup to give the Orange the lead. The turnover train would continue. The final minute play, Alexis Peterson would pick off the pass and take this one coast to coast for 2 of her 15 points on the night. Syracuse would go on to win 70-56.
And if they do end up getting in, do the Orange have a chance to make a run?
Well, I think they do. With the senior guard play, they're able to shoot the ball well. If they get hot, I think they can beat any team in the country. It's just a matter of Selection Sunday going in their favor. The Syracuse women's basketball team looked to join the men's team in the Final Four as well. In order to do that, they had to go through number 7 Tennessee. We head to South Dakota, where things got a little scary in the first quarter. Watch here as Alexis Peterson goes in for the layup and lands awkwardly on her tailbone. She would be in some pain on the bench, a little bit of ice, and she'd be fine. Peterson looked good on this possession as she drains the open 3 to give Syracuse the lead midway through the first. She led the Orange with 29. Late in the second, Cuse up 6, and it would be the defense that would fuel the transition offense. Brittany Sykes would take it from coast to coast and finish with the Euro step for the 2. Second half, and the Volunteers still hanging in there until the redshirt senior Maggie Morrison knocks down this 3. The Orange were feeling it from long range. Butler would pull from deep, and she would bury it for 3 of her 18 points. The Orange did not look back after that.
So a lot of Syracuse sports in action this weekend. Moving forward, how do you see the men's basketball team doing?
Well, I guess you can kind of throw out the rule books on this one because no one thought that they would beat Virginia. No one thought they'd be in the tournament. And now they have to go play North Carolina, a team they've played close all year, and maybe on the neutral court they'll be able to pull something out. They are the underdogs again. I guess we'll have to see how they shoot the ball.
What about the women?
So the women are kind of, they're more of a favorite going into this game. Like, we knew they'd make the tournament. Now it's sort of to see how they can make this run go forward. I believe that they can beat Washington. The only thing is there's a behemoth on the other side of the bracket in UConn.
Any chance against UConn?
I guess we'll have to wait and see. Scoring goals for the Orange is something Sergio Salcido has gotten used to this season. In his 4th year at Syracuse, he leads all midfielders with 19 goals. However, his path to lacrosse success took a turn for the worse during his freshman year. Salcido tore both his MCL and ACL during the team's first practice. Despite the setback, he says the opportunity to start this year has been worth the work.
You know, kind of moving my way up the ranks each year was tough because, you know, I felt like I could be playing and contributing for so long, but I was just kind of waiting to get my chance. And, you know, now that it's kind of in my hands, you know, I'm like willing to do whatever I can to just, you know, grasp it and, you know, capture the moment. Salcido said his injury that kept him off the field made him appreciate every minute he gets to play now. But one of his former teammates made him realize how precious every minute can be. On December 14th, John Michael Knight suffered a devastating stroke, leaving him with locked-in syndrome, a condition that paralyzes the muscles in his body but leaves his mental capacity intact. Weeks before his stroke, the 17-year-old signed a scholarship to play lacrosse at the collegiate level. Athletes across the country, including Salcido, have been using the hashtag JMStrong to share his story. People supporting him and stepping up and, you know, being there for him, even if they don't even know him directly, shows that, you know, he's made a huge impact. And when he looks back at the end of all this, you know, hopefully, you know, in full health, that, you know, he'll smile and say, you know, I touched a lot of people during that time.
Their support has gone viral, with JMStrong appearing in more and more places, including the cover of the lacrosse video game. Salcido believes John Michael's story is one that everyone can learn from.
You know, things can be taken from you any second, whether it's something like having a stroke like he had, or even tearing my ACL. You know, it's not like something you have planned. Life knocks you down, always get up and, you know, fight harder and, you know, just never give up on your dreams.
Reporting from Syracuse, Francis Sirois, NCC News.
The Drumlins Golf Course is not officially open until April 1st. However, with temperatures in the mid-60s, they've opened their doors to golfers who want to get an early start on the season.
It's the sound that every golfer dreams of. The first swing of spring. Despite the mild weather, golf courses like Drumlins and DeWitt still have plenty of work to do. This includes drying out water left behind by snow, removing debris from the fairways, and touching up the clubhouse. Sean Deity says this is the earliest start he's seen in his 8 years of being the course's head golf professional.
You don't budget for staff for help to start collecting greens fees, to police the golf course, in the same breath putting the tee markers out, the benches, the trash cans. This is great that, you know, people are able to come out right now, but budgetary, we don't really plan on people playing in March.
Now, despite the fact the course may still need some work, conditions like this in Syracuse are so rare that golfers, including myself, have come out to take a couple swings. More than 20 golfers came out today to either play around or practice their short game. Everyone on the course had a similar message. They were thankful for the fortunate weather.
Well, anytime you can get out and play golf in March in Syracuse, it's a bonus. This is one of those special years where we can actually get in a round of golf every month of the year.
After last year's brutal winter, the course opened on April 1st but was not fit for play. This year, however, by opening day, everything will be up to par. Reporting from DeWitt, Francis Sirois, NCC News.